Okay, something slightly different. I don't think I've ever made a video that hasn't in some way pertained to a video game. I think this is the first. Just to gather an eclipse from a game I played about 3 weeks ago. Me in the big orange shirt. Yeah, I play keeper in real life. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna commentate over my game essentially. Speak on what I think I do good and what I could maybe work on, as well as just like where my general headspace was during all this. I think I made a point out of showing all like the passes I make with my feet. My distribution was atrocious this game. You're gonna see that hand go up an awful lot this video. But this was my first rather serious game in a while. I had played casually for like years before. Prior to this game, I'd come to this location with my friend, and I would play keeper, but mainly just to kind of stand in. I wouldn't take it seriously. By the way, sorry, there are a few instances where I just bolt out of the frame entirely. Kind of just gotta take my word for it. I made a really good save here. For future reference though, I know to move the camera sideways instead. I'm not sure what I had in mind as far as like video potential that I could make out of this. I just knew that I always wondered what I looked like playing. And then my friend invited me to join this little league of his, and that's when I kind of realized, hey, if I were to play this, I'd have to step the fuck up. So I kind of underwent this process to relearn all of the basics. Like around 2017-18 was when I took the sport rather seriously. I was in like my little high school team, and so I'd seek out advice on the internet, trying to improve myself. One channel that I'd watch in particular would be AR's goalkeeping. And yeah, that lasted for a good maybe 3 months. Then I got cut. By the way, I want to give props to this opposition keeper. I sadly don't know who the fuck he is. But I remember walking into the complex with my friend, and I saw him, and he didn't have his gloves on or anything. I thought he was an outfield player. I saw he was kind of stocky, and I'm not gonna lie, I made a judgment call, you know. I saw he was a little bit fat, and I thought we had an easy win. So, kudos to that guy. He, you know, definitely showed me. Okay, no, that sounds a little bit mean. After the game, I did go over to him and make sure to congratulate him on his game. And sadly, I can't credit him by name, but, he did really great. Now, preparations before a game. I know most people, especially the goalkeepers, you kind of like gotta put yourself in like a peaceful mindset. I don't think that's the case for me. I think for me to play good, I gotta go into these feeling fucking horrible about myself. Like essentially before kickoff, I need to be like on the verge of killing myself. Okay, because it makes me play better. Now normally a good goalkeeper would instill confidence in their defense. My ability just isn't quite there yet, so instead of confidence, I just kind of try to instill fear in everyone. And, well, not necessarily fear, just kind of make everyone uneasy around me. I don't know, essentially for me, I gotta just pretend to be like a fucking drug addict. Okay, no, because it makes sense. Listen, as a goalkeeper, right, if you're acting kind of odd, like weird, the opposition, especially when they're taking a shot against you, they're just gonna be moved. They're just gonna be unnerved. Or there's more chance of that at least, which means there's more chance they overcomplicate a shot, they overthink the process, they may hit it too low, or if they see you rushing, they may get a little bit nervous. It's all mind games essentially. And I think that's why me going into these games with like just a horrible feeling of self-worthlessness actually helps me out, because then I'm in a mood where I literally just don't care what happens to me. I'm just far more willing to go to ground and throw myself, even if at times it seems unnecessary. Now in contrast, going into a game when I am feeling good about myself, I'm just more willing to kind of like trust that a shot will go wide or something instead of throwing myself at it. And then it doesn't always go wide, and I'm kind of just there standing looking stupid. That's more so a problem I face on bigger goals. Smaller ones not so much, but I still think I play better if I go into these games with zero confidence. Not even zero confidence, this is like negative confidence I'm on. And this definitely was not always the case. This is something I discovered rather recently. Because back then, like I mentioned in my freshman days, I'd be low on confidence, and you could absolutely tell in the way I play. I'd play so timid. I'd make so many mistakes. But now I kind of learned how to translate that into my game better. Not only translate, but just straight up like fuel my game on off this. I think it's a good mentality to have. I don't think it's like self-destructive or anything. Now, the moment that fades away, just the exact precise moment, is when we finally equalize. Because prior to that, they had the lead for most of the game. And then that mixed with like the mindset I was in kind of had me playing like I had nothing to lose. And I know y'all saw me ship in 3 goals in that first half, but I think I was actually having a really good game. So once we equalized late, that's when the nerves really start to set in for me. And sadly, that shows very clearly in this goal right here. You could just see the way I turned my body around. Out of just nowhere now, apparently, I was just terrified to confront the striker. And to add on top of that, every goal I conceded before this, I immediately get up and go for the ball. Right here, you see me linger with my thoughts for a bit. instead of just like ignoring it like I was. I give myself a second to sort of let it sit with me, and that was definitely a mistake. And it's annoying because aside from the fact that it was at my near post, I had a touch on it. Now if I didn't let these jitters get the best of me, I think I would have stayed steady, stayed big, and would have got enough to keep it out. And after this, it's just kind of a whole different me now. It's very apparent now that in goal is a scared little boy. Like here I'm getting chipped for fuck's sake. So yeah, sadly it is a loss. But one goal as well. Never defeats are always tough. I've put far too much time into this simple fucking video. I need to just get it over with. Because at the start I said it was like 3 weeks ago. I recorded that audio like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, just kind of to end things off, shout out to this complex and we play in. It's really nice city view. Shout out to my friend that invited me to this league. Shout out to yeah, the YouTube videos that got me back into this sport. Shout out to this random fat fucking dog I saw the other day. Definitely helped me through a lot recently. I've got clips of other games that I've recorded after this one. I'm not sure if I ever make anything out of those. If not, I'm definitely gonna keep going with like the normal content that I make. So hopefully that's very soon and I'm not just lying again.